Wonderful news for Asisat, who's been announced as the BBC Women's Player of the Year. Wonderful for her and for the club itself.
Yeah, it's a great accolade, to be honest with you. She's only just come over to the country as well, but obviously she caught her eye in the Under-20 World Cup with her performances. She had a fantastic tournament, and then she's done the same for the senior team to help them qualify for the World Cup as well. And since she's been here, she's improved with every training session and every game, and it's fantastic for her, and it's obviously great for ourselves as well.
One of her key attributes is her explosive pace. It brings something quite different and dynamic to your attacking capabilities.
Yeah, I think in any sort of game of football, pace is what teams fear, and she's got that in abundance. I mean, you've only got to look at the chance in the early stages of the Notts County game. I think Alex Greenwood had about 12 yards on her. But you can see when the team that we've played against, when she's played wide, they're tending to drop a lot deeper defensively, which has given us a little bit more room in the attacking third of the pitch. And it's something that we'll continue to work on to utilise that to our strengths.
And not only on the pitch, but off the pitch, what she brought to the Liverpool side?
She's a great character. You can see her goal against Birmingham, a little dance that she produced. No, she's a good character. Obviously, she's young, and she's given up everything that she knows to come to England and play for Liverpool Football Club. And she's settling in nicely, and we're delighted that we've got her on board. But she's a fantastic character, and she's a good teammate as well.
It's quite a career path that she's taking, but for a young girl who's done so well in 2014, winning the accolades at the Under-20s World Cup, to go forward this year, how is she going to improve on that? It's been an incredible season for her.
She's very grounded. That's something that we spoke about when she first come over to Liverpool. She's incredibly grounded. Her words were to me last year was last year. She needs to improve on that, and I think as a player, tactically, she's getting better. Technically, she's getting better by training every day, and there's still lots of room for improvement with her as a footballer, and she knows that, and we're aware of that. But the raw talent's there, and you don't win these awards, without having the ability to do that. So, she's going to be a hell of a player in the future as well.
And for such a young girl as well, only 20, she's come across to a new country, a new continent actually, with the responsibility and weight of a nation's footballing hopes, I guess, on her shoulders from Nigeria. It's quite a lot for her to take on, but she seems to be dealing with it very well. Yeah,
she takes everything in her stride, to be honest with you. She, I think you could see early on in the games at the start of the season, there was a little bit of pressure on her. We've tried to take that away from her, but when you keep winning awards, you keep getting pressure. But I feel for someone so young, and as I said before, she's given up everything she knows to come here. I think she's dealt with that very maturely, and that's only going to help her, not only as a player, but as a person, and form her, her character as she progresses as a player.
Her character is something that's quite evident when you speak to her. There's a determination about her. There will be big things for her in the future.
And 100%, she's going to be one of the best in the world. As long as she keeps her head down and keeps working hard, and every time that I speak to her, or every time you work with her in training, you can see the willingness to learn and to improve. And as I say, with each game and each training session, as each week goes by, she's getting better and better. So, that's why I'm confident, as long as she stays fit, that we will win more games than we will lose. But she's going to be a great asset for Liverpool Football Club.
And coming this summer for the World Cup, are you expecting her to do what she did last year? She was the standout star for the Under-20s. Do you expect the same this summer?
It's going to be more difficult because you're playing against the best players in the world. Their group's very difficult to get out of. But what not just she has, a lot of the players in the Nigerian national team have is pace, power, and they play to the strengths of that as a nation. And you can see from the Under-20 World Cup they're very direct. They've got quick players that can get forward. I'm expecting her to have an impact in the World Cup, definitely. You know, she's had a great impact for us, as I say, at the start of the season. So I'm expecting her to have a good World Cup. You know, but she's going to be testing herself against some of the best players in the world, and hopefully, you know, her first few months in England will put her in good stead for that.